What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Long Island Fish Guy here, back at it again with another video. Today's video, I'm going to give you a little tank update based off of the crayfish. Today is currently Tuesday night, and there's just a slight update. Also on top of that, I think I also want to try and keep this video short. That's my goal for every one of these videos. I sometimes like to ramble on and they become 12 minutes. So it's definitely not going to happen this time. What also I want to talk about is just a little tank update. Not tank update, a channel update. What I want this channel to become and where it's going to be going moving forward. Rather than just giving you updates on this tank, I want to, expand it a little bit more. A little bit past these two tanks, I should say. But onto this tank update here. The crayfish, in my last video, this is currently Tuesday night, I've been having some delays with my videos because I've been having trouble uploading them. But this tank is now, the crayfish is still alive. And it's Tuesday night, like I said. I was a little worried because the crayfish typically has been hanging out in this area right here. And the pike is being relentless. I've never seen him be more active in this tank than since I added the crayfish in. Then the crayfish hung out after his buddy died over here, and he used to hop around from over here to the spot where I just showed you. His most recent location and where was the most trouble finding him was in there. This spot. Where am I? This spot. Right over here. I looked all over this tank before I started this video. I thought he was actually eaten, and let me see if I can get a good shot of this. It's very difficult, but he's in there. I saw I was looking everywhere, and that's where I saw him last. He actually burrowed out an incredible spot for himself. For defensive purposes, he's been playing defense for the past 3 days. He's not stressed. He's been eating every time I feed him, put in my sinking pellets, so it looks like everything's going to be working out for now. When that crayfish molts, I probably won't last much longer. For anyone who doesn't know, and I actually will be doing a crayfish overview video also on top of where the channel will be going. But just a quick little thing about crayfish, they molt. So rather than, let's take this Oscar for example, rather than him growing just naturally and just getting bigger and bigger in size, crayfish have hard outer shells. What happens is when they grow is they molt. They actually come out of their shell like a hermit crab would, or like a regular snail becomes a slug when he outgrows his shell. Crayfish do the same, and they become soft shell crayfish, like a soft shell crab. So when the crayfish becomes a soft shell, and he's waiting for his shell to become harder as he grows into it and gets bigger, he's very vulnerable and is very open to attack. And since he's very soft, one of these mouths can just rip him right open. So depending on how he does with don't be taking it with Disney, I'm just trying to follow my Oscar. Depending on how he does defensively when he molts, is how good he'll do in the tank. Now, onto this update. From the crayfish, just want to let you guys know he's still alive, which I'm a little surprised by since his buddy was dead so quick. And I also have a new theory on that. I have a theory that this crayfish actually killed the other crayfish, or at least weakened him to the point where the fish then picked off the other crayfish. Because crayfish are also very, very territorial, especially with their own. Now, onto the update for the channel. Rather than just keep going on and on and on about this tank, about updates, even though there's tons of drama in it, it's always growing and always changing, I also want to upload videos more often and about different topics. Summer's coming up. Fishing will definitely be happening. I'm going to be uploading some videos outside the house, out of this basement, and in the ponds, and maybe even the ocean a couple of times. Take the GoPro out, shoot a couple of fishing videos, and hey, if I catch something small enough that can maybe fit in this tank, heck, why not? If we can maybe get like a bluegill or some sort of small sunfish or a smaller bass. Granted, though, I'm talking about fish that can't survive in this tank long term because they'll outgrow it. but I'll have to rehome them at the time. But for a little bit of fun, can throw them maybe in this tank. That's in regards to fishing. Now, in regards to just overall aquarium news, I think what I'm going to do is going to be doing basically, not necessarily fish profiles. I know I maybe said that in one of my videos in the past, I'll be doing fishing profiles. Don't think I'm going to be going that direction, but just overall direction as questions in the hobby that people typically have but don't typically ask that often. Maybe like a 411 to people who just started aquariums. I have a buddy of mine who might even be watching this video who's just starting his aquarium, and he has tons of questions. And, you know, basic stuff where someone who might be watching this video, where someone who's a novice in keeping fish might know the answers to. But certain beginners won't. And I think it's important for all beginners to know certain things as to, you know, what's the nitrogen cycle? How often should I be doing water changes? Should I vacuum my gravel? How often do I have to change my filter? Can this fish go into this 10-gallon tank? You know, if you're trying to put an Oscar in a 10-gallon tank, I'm going to tell you hell no. You know, when I had my 55-gallon tank, a lot of people on forums and YouTube said that I was nuts for having an Oscar in a 55-gallon. Now, having an Oscar in a 125, I don't hear anything. But that's the direction I want this channel to go. Videos more often and more sorts of content. Not just, you know, tank updates and, you know, things of that nature just based off of these fish. That's going to be it for this video. Just a little other update. My shovel nose. I'm every time I set a date, I say, you know, oh, maybe this weekend, next weekend, maybe Memorial Day weekend. I say that I'm going to be adding him. I don't know. I just love him so much. I'd hate to see him go into the big tank and get eaten. So the day will come. I'm not sure if it's going to be this weekend, Memorial Day weekend, but the day will come where he will go into the big tank. I promise you that. There's my little Corys. 2 of them right there. I don't know what the third is. Maybe the Crayfish got him. But like I said, that's it for this video. Stay tuned for more. And, you know, hopefully the Crayfish is still around. But that's it. Peace!